Hi, it's Mary. It is November 20th, 2018. Talk to me Tuesday. This week I didn't have a lot of productivity, but I made a lot of progress. And by that I mean that I have been working on planning my projects. Last week I showed you my Saints layout and said I was working on one for LSU where these fleur-de-lis would be replaced by a tiger paw or a tiger face. LSU's colors are purple and gold. Their mascot is the tiger. Like the tiger, actually. And I said I liked these and wanted to keep them, but I wanted to put, do it in purple and gold. Well, I've been thinking about that, and so I have decided to do a tiger paw, gold on purple, and then purple on gold, and these at this point will stay the same, but we'll see because I don't know yet. So anyway, I did design a tiger paw pattern. I didn't find one online that I like so much, and I made the pattern and I tested it. So it's going to be a 10-inch block, and here it is. This is the purple on gold. The gold on purple would be just like this, but opposite. And I'll put a good picture of it in for you right now. So I'm going to have 4 of the gold on purple, 4 of the purple on gold, and then 8 of whatever I think, maybe this block, maybe something else. And I feel like that's a lot of progress now. I just have to make 7 more of those, and I'm on my way, but there's no rush on the LSU, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I might possibly sell it. So my next project is on this one. We're on week 5. Friday was the week 5 release of a 9-week challenge. And this week, this is our block. And it's traditionally pieced, which was a little much for me because there are 40 of them. So I made a paper piece pattern and tested it. This is one. 39 to go, but it's really an easy pattern. So I'm going to try to get 39 of those done before Friday when the week 6 of 9 comes out. So I'm very happy with this. I have 39 of these to go and 4 more of an older block that I was waiting to see a little bit of the placement hints before I decide, because it has to do with whether I put my, see this owl here? I'm doing some animals in the middle, and it depends on whether I put it on point or square. And so I finally have that answer, I think, if I'm reading the hints right. And so I have 3 more, I think 9-inch squares, and then 39 of these, and I'll be caught up. So again, that's a lot of progress, and I made the pattern, I tested it, and I just need to crank out 39 more. And then thirdly, on Hocus Pocus, I only made 1 block this week, but it's one that I kind of got stuck on it because it's Jay in his cage. Jay is Ice's friend. He's kind of a hood or a thug, and I don't like him. And he is 4 times as big as our regular block. So each block, the pattern is 5 inches. I went to a 6-inch because of my eyes. And this one, each block is 1/100th or 1% of the total quilt. So this block is 4% of my quilt. So I just was putting it off for no good reason. And then I decided I didn't even need to pick fabric or go shopping. I had all of the scraps from this, all of the scraps from this, and some other scraps lying on my table, and I could just make him from that. And so because I don't like Jay, I kind of pulled a trick on him because I don't think he'd really appreciate the fact that I threw a quilt into the cage, so he's covered up with a quilt. So here he is, and it is a that's his cage swinging from the ceiling in the movie or book Hocus Pocus, and here's his face, and he's sitting in the cage. This is his, I had to ask the designer, my friend Jo designed this block, and I had to ask her what that red thing was, and could I replace it with something else, because if it was something that didn't have to be red, I didn't like the red, against this red. So she and some other ladies clarified that this is Jay's red plaid shirt that he ties around his waist backwards like a kilt, and I don't really approve of that grunge look. And so my quilt wardrobe director overruled the movie wardrobe director, and he got to keep his shirt. But I did change his outfit. Instead of blue, it's yellow. He still has on his black shirt underneath, and I threw a quilt over him. So this is 12 inches square. The pattern is 10 inches square if you're going by the 5-inch block, and I'm going to put a close-up picture of it in here for you. So getting past J, which is our 15th block of the quilt, and this is a block of the week that goes through December, so it started September, so we're about, what is that, 65%, 70% through it. Moving along. I mean, we've got lots and lots of blocks, and it's getting really close, so that's exciting. So anyway, like I said, I didn't make a whole lot of progress. I only sewed 3 blocks, but designed one, the paw. I made a paper piece pattern out of a traditional pattern for this medallion challenge. And then I got past Jay, and that was a big thing for me because I felt like if I skipped him, I did skip him and do a couple, but I didn't let myself go too far down that trail because I felt like if I skipped him, I would get to the end and really dread it, and I didn't want to have that as an excuse to not finish it. And so I told myself I needed to finish this block, and thank goodness it's 4 blocks big because some of these pieces are so dang tiny. When you look at the picture of it, can you imagine this tiny little piece right here? And there's another one. Oh, this one right here. I mean, that is tiny, tiny, tiny. It's a triangle that's about a little less than 1/4 of an inch on each side. And I enlarged it, so it would be smaller than that on the original pattern. I mean, tiny pieces don't bother me. It's the same process. It's not any harder. It's just so many more pieces. And so here's the back in case you're interested. Isn't that kind of cool? So anyway, I am not disappointed in my progress, but not in much predictability. So that's all I've got for you. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving this week. And my office is giving me Thursday and Friday off to stay home and quilt. I'm very appreciative of that, and giving me a fried turkey, so got something to eat. I don't even need to leave the house. So anyway, that's all for me, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Goodbye.